You're early. That doesn't really fit your old, slow-moving style.
Because I was afraid if I was late, the coffee would get cold, and my courage to talk to you would grow cold too.
Still that same half-philosophical, half-excusing way of talking. I'm too used to it.
Hearing the words back then makes me realize time hasn't been easy on us at all.
Time spares no one. It's just that people love to bring trouble upon themselves.
You're still as sharp as ever, not leaving me any room to escape.
And you're still the same, forcing a smile but looking away when you're worried about something.
Tell me the truth, did you install a camera to spy on my life?
No camera needed. We've known each other long enough to know what sin that smile is hiding.
All right, fine. If I told you there's someone else in my life right now, how would you feel?
I'll order another cup. Extra milk, less bitter.
To make up for the bitterness in your heart.
No. To have an excuse to stay longer and digest this news a bit slower.
Sounds like you're trying not to turn this coffee shop into a crime scene.
Something like that. No crying, no scene. Just suddenly feeling like today's coffee tastes a bit off.
I really didn't want to ruin your mood.
That's life. It's not a menu where you can just get whatever you order.
That person has changed me quite a bit.
Is it an operating system upgrade or a system glitch?
Probably an upgrade, but I'm not really used to the new interface yet. Sometimes I feel more mature, other times I feel like a stranger to my former self.
So you're running two operating systems in parallel?
Something like that. Looking stable during the day, but at night wondering what on earth I'm doing.
Do you still remember that old vow? There's only one path in my heart for life?
Of course I do. At the time, I thought I was so resolute. Who would have thought?
Exactly. The milestones we think are the sturdiest are often the easiest to get struck by lightning.
She isn't your replacement. It's just, she appeared when I was at my most vulnerable.
There's no such thing as perfect timing. It's just that your legs were tired, you saw an empty chair, so you sat down.
Every word you say hits the mark, leaving me with nowhere to hide.
I'm just the narrator. It's your movie, you should understand it yourself.
Sometimes I feel like I'm really terrible.
Terrible in what way? For liking someone new, or for not completely forgetting your ex?
Both. I feel terrible for carrying old baggage onto a new train.
People aren't phones. You can't just press the reset button and wipe all the data.
But the feeling of being a stranger in your own life, it's really weird.
I understand. I had a phase where I struggled like that too.
Really? How come I didn't know back then?
Because you were busy looking for a new operating system. But I didn't run away. I chose to sit and face it until it felt normal.
Sounds like that took a lot of time and energy.
It was a rough ride, but it's better than wearing an I'm fine mask every day.
If I hadn't been so stubborn back then, would things be different for us now?
Here we go again. Is your what if syndrome flaring up?
I'm genuinely curious.
Asking what if now is like trying to find the expiration date of a cake you finished last year. It's useless.
Saying that is a bit harsh, but it's true that sometimes things just push us along.
But we only get pushed around because we refuse to stand firm. Not making a choice is also a choice.
You're always scary, realistic.
Being realistic is what keeps us from falling again.
All right, I give up. I don't even know how I should feel right now.
If you don't know, just leave it be. Emotions aren't groceries that need to be labeled immediately.
What about the spectator, Sophia? Hearing this story, how do you feel?
I feel like my role in your movie has officially run out of screen time.
I owe you a proper apology.
Don't apologize. I don't own the copyright to your life script anymore, so I can't hold you liable.
But at least you're still a very special character.
Yeah, a special guest star. But this role made today's coffee require a bit too much sugar.
I'm really terrible.
It's okay. I'm just contemplating how someone who was my whole world yesterday can become an old acquaintance today.
Sounds like the philosophy of those chicken soup for the soul books.
It's a harsh reality. I just wrapped it in some gift paper so it wouldn't look too raw.
If I said, I've always cherished what we had, would that make you feel better?
Yes, at least it's comforting to hear.
Really?
Really. At least I know my taste in partners back then wasn't that bad.
But now everything has changed.
Change is the rule of life. Why clutter your house by hoarding old things?
Yeah, I'm learning to accept a new reality.
And I'm also graduating from the course, stepping back to be a spectator.
This course sounds a bit hard to swallow, doesn't it?
Just a little bitter, but good for mental health.
You're always strangely optimistic.
Because at least we're sitting here, drinking, having a civilized chat, instead of blocking each other on all fronts. That's a win.
Yeah, I definitely lose to you on that front.
Why make things hard on yourself? Keep it light to avoid wrinkles, my friend.
I should probably head home to study.
Me too. Well, theory class is over.
See you at the final exam.
Don't worry, I don't cover for problematic students. All right, let's close the Sad Memories textbook here.
Is there a brighter chapter in the next part, teacher?
That depends on your study attitude.
Okay, let's turn off relationship psychology. Let's switch channels.
Oh, you were just getting emotional, and now you want to switch to new normal mode so fast?
It's not a demand. I'm proactively changing the channel to save the mood.
Sounds like you're scrolling through TikTok.
Well, my life is so repetitive now. It's just like those short videos. Open my eyes in the morning, work notifications. Close them at night, still work notifications.
So, between those two blinks, where did you put your living?
I suspect that question has some high damage potential.
Not at all. I'm just checking if your operating system is still running properly.
My weekly survival schedule: Monday, zombie-like existence. Tuesday, figuring out why I exist. Wednesday, existential crisis about that existence.
And Thursday?
Thursday is peak intellect, drafting a resignation letter.
Friday is probably signing and submitting it, right?
I don't have the guts for that. Friday is looking at my bank balance and next month's rent, then quietly deleting the draft and going back to work.
Ha ha! Sounds like a long-running dark comedy series.
And you? I bet your week is vibrant and full of positive energy.
No way. My week is also an endless loop. Monday, determining to live healthy this week. Tuesday, starting to get lazy. Wednesday, promising tomorrow I will definitely start over.
So Thursday?
Thursday is ordering brown sugar boba milk tea and comforting myself, well, let's just start over next week.
Sounds familiar.
The universal loop of office workers.
Sometimes I feel like every week is just copy-pasted from the last.
Exactly. I call it autopilot mode. Just drifting along.
Sounds a bit soulless, doesn't it?
Soulless, but safe. Wake up, go to work, clock in, go home, scroll on the phone, and sleep. If there are no surprises, it's easy to live in the illusion of peace.
Whereas I occasionally get a system crash midway through.
What kind of crash?
Right in the middle of a grand project presentation, my brain suddenly glitches and asks, who am I? Where am I? What the hell am I doing?
That's called a short-term existential crisis. Quite dangerous.
But one throat clear from the boss, and I have to automatically pull a U-turn back to reality.
Speaking of which, last week I also had a hilarious self-sabotaging moment.
Do tell, I need some entertainment.
I determined to wake up at 6 a.m. to jog, to purify mind and body.
Sounds very green and healthy.
Indeed. Only downside was, I turned off the alarm at 6 and woke up at 9:30.
So what happened to the jogging routine?
Oh, in my dream, I easily ran 5 kilometers.
At least you have sportsmanship in your subconscious.
Exactly. I even woke up with sore muscles from running in my dream.
Haha, I'm no better. Set a goal to read 10 pages of self-development books every morning. After a month, it's still in the exact same spot, acting as a feng shui decorative item.
It must be deeply resentful of you.
I feel like every time I walk past, it looks at me with resentment like an ex.
Like, the book lies here, covered in dust, while you pretend to look away.
Please, stop rubbing salt in a lazy man's wound.
But looking back, our weekly lives really are like a song on repeat.
Is there a catchy chorus?
Sure, The chorus is the mantra, just push through today.
Sounds a bit exhausting.
You get used to it, so it actually starts sounding like a melody. Quite catchy.
I have a question.
Ask away.
If you were given a life-changing ticket, would you want your week to flip to a completely new page? Filled with surprises, that is.
To be honest, I think I'd be terrified.
Why afraid?
Because with too many surprises, we'll lose the fake comfort zone we worked so hard to build.
You have a point.
How about you?
I'm conflicted. I crave adventure, but I'm also afraid of losing this lazy stability.
That's just the common mindset of adults.
Is there a medical term for this, Professor?
Yes, wanting a breakthrough but fearing the struggle syndrome.
That description is so spot on. I feel like getting diagnosed right now.
It's a national illness. Everyone has a few symptoms.
So did patient Sophia have any bright spots to heal herself this week?
I did. I just excavated a super delicious boba place near my house.
Just that?
That's a blindingly bright spot. The amount of toppings there is enough to overshadow all the deadlines in my head.
Okay, that is a highly convincing reason.
What about you? Any glorious achievements?
I just completed an extreme challenge I've been avoiding for 2 weeks, clearing my inbox backlog.
The way you tell it, I'd think you just successfully conquered Mount Everest.
For someone lazy at checking emails like me, it's pretty much equivalent.
That's why I say, we adults are easily satisfied with tiny successes these days.
Like what?
No more grand, lofty dreams. Every day, just finishing a few errands makes us feel great, like making sure to have lunch on time.
Or keeping both eyes wide open during the afternoon meeting.
Or not accidentally hitting the heart button on a colleague's sad news announcement.
That would indeed be a personal PR disaster. But thinking about it, do you think we lack passion?
Not at all. I think it's realistic and manageable.
But being too realistic is sometimes bland.
Bland but safe. Less disillusionment. As for dreams, just put them away, occasionally taking them out to sip like a strong coffee.
Like our coffee date today?
Today is just milk coffee, not strong enough to dream on yet.
I've always liked your quirky perspective.
Don't praise me too soon. I haven't even told you about next Monday's scenario.
What about Monday?
Next Monday, I will restart the campaign Living a New Life, the perfect version.
Resetting again?
Yes, planning is my passion, you know.
Resetting constantly like that, aren't you? Afraid your system will freeze.
It glitches occasionally, but I'm used to it, so it's fine.
Oh, talking to you made the time fly.
Because you're temporarily quarantined from that pile of emails.
Maybe that's true.
Or maybe we're hiding from reality together.
That sounds like a romanticized way of slacking off.
All right, let's wrap up our weekly survival segment here.
So what's next, teacher?
The most challenging part.
Sounds stressful.
It's fine. We're just going to clear up the remaining unspoken things.
The final chapter, right?
Yes. The clearing the unresolved segment to return a clean space to our souls.
Sounds like spring cleaning for New Year.
Well, just pack old memories into cardboard boxes and store them away.
Do you often get obsessed with minor things from the past?
How minor are we talking?
Things like an ignored message, a forgotten let's grab food sometime promise, or indefinitely postponed dates.
More than I dare declare to the tax office.
Me too.
But later I realized, those trivial things only bloat when we keep hoarding them in our hearts.
Or when we keep them under the bed instead of bringing them out to air.
Yes, exactly.
There's one thing I've always wondered.
Ask. I'm running a free counseling hotline today.
Sometimes the rift doesn't come from big issues, but simply because we suddenly got too lazy to talk.
That discovery sounds harsh, but it's accurate.
But it's true, right?
I think as long as we still want to babble to each other, we still care. Even if it's just a little curiosity about how the other is doing.
What about total silence?
It's when silence becomes natural, no longer feeling awkward or trapped.
Sounds sad.
Sad but liberating. No need to rack our brains for topics to fill the void.
So, where are we standing on the emotional map right now?
The buffer zone.
Buffering between what and what?
Between the we used to be everything and the we are nothing to each other zones.
Standing in this zone makes it easy to lose your balance.
But it's the coolest spot, as long as you're willing to sit still instead of trying to find a way back.
I realize I've been noticing tiny details a lot lately.
For example,
For example, you used to drink your coffee super sweet with lots of milk, but today you ordered completely sugar-free black iced coffee.
taste buds just change with age.
Or have you been silently restructuring yourself without me knowing?
Exactly. But it's an upgrade because I wanted it, not for anyone else.
I understand.
What about you?
As for me, I still occasionally scroll back through old messages.
Looking for material to write a memoir?
No, just to check how cheesy I was back then, and to make sure that piece of memory was real.
Sounds like you're archaeologically excavating your own life.
Yeah, sometimes you have to look back to know how far you've come.
I used to think time was a universal medicine. Just leave it and it heals itself.
And now?
Now, I know time is just a ticking clock. What matters is what we choose to do while it ticks to save ourselves.
That hits deep. Let me write it down on my phone.
Stop teasing, I'm not planning to be a philosopher.
What if one day we're no longer sitting here? I mean, never meeting again.
Then it's just as normal as any other farewell in the world.
You take it that lightly.
Not lightly, but holding on too tight makes my hands tired. I'm too lazy to hold on now.
My grip is still quite firm. I can't let go just yet.
You're always like that. That's why you often get neck and shoulder pain.
Did you ever regret the things you didn't say?
I did. Enough for silence to feel heavy at times.
Me too.
But I also realized not everything left unsaid needs to be spoken.
Why?
Because some things are better left buried. Being too clear might just turn harsh, and then we wouldn't even be able to look at each other.
So silence is a kind of optimal defense?
Yeah, keeping some dignity for each other and keeping a beautiful color filter on the memories.
After talking today, I feel like I just clicked save on an old folder.
Not locking it away, just sorting a messy pile of things into its proper drawer.
Which drawer?
The drawer labeled Beautiful Memories, Authorized Access Only.
So, you really aren't angry at me at all anymore?
Even if I were, there's no space left in my heart to hold it.
Sounds a bit sad.
Not sad, it's definitely lighter on the soul.
At first, I braced myself heavily, thinking it would be awkward and hard to talk.
And now?
Now I feel totally light. Turns out just sitting here drinking and chatting nonsense is enough.
Because we've said enough?
Because some things, you just need a smile to understand.
David,
Yeah?
thank you for once being a part of my busy schedule back then.
Me too. Thank you for once being the brightest part of my life. Well, should we wrap up and head home?
Yeah, let's go before it gets late.
But honestly, today's meeting was pretty quality.
Quality because we realized everything is so different from before.
And both of us are still doing just fine.
Yeah, extremely fine.